Alright, how's it going, everyone? We are back with more 7 Days to Die. I know we have Phantom in the chat, just said that he got an ad. So hope they're able to hear us. I don't know how long the ads run for on YouTube anymore. It is a mystery to me, probably because I don't... Uh-oh. Why, Mike?
Because I've always heard that, like, you know, with this and any other streaming service, an ad can be as long as, like, 30 seconds to, like, you know, 10 minutes. So it's just like, who knows?
Jay Pedal's in the chat. I wonder if she clicked on the link that only opens up the chat itself, so I don't know if she actually hears this or not. So I'm going to type to her just for fun.
Oh yeah, Phantom, I know what you mean. Raid Shadow Legends is starting to piss me off every time I see it mentioned now. Especially because, like, one of the YouTube channels I've watched, that's what they use for their, you know, we're sponsored by this, and I'm like, skip that shit.
Well, hold on a second, Mike. What if Raid Shadow Legends was to offer to give me a bunch of money, and all I had to do is, for a minute or two every video, talk about how great the game is?
I would skip it.
You would skip my video? Oh, Mike.
No, not the video. I would skip the part where you were talking about how great it was and then go straight to the
of course. Well, I mean, it's probably what most people do, I assume. There's no real reason to sit around and watch that stuff.
Like, I understand them wanting to get recognition and all that, but I have zero interest in their game. Like, I sat around for one time to watch it and all that, but afterwards I was just like,
I guess I should give
okay,
JPEL the actual link to the stream. That was funny. Let's see.
That sucks.
Well, I did it because I was joking, like, oh, you have to take part in the chat at least, because she said she was going to watch the stream.
Ah, gotcha.
But that does remind me anyway that I have to link it in the actual streaming section.
Wow, JPedal actually put no for the poll.
That should be the right link. I hope. Yeah, there we go. It is funny that if you get to the chat, there's no way to actually open up the video itself. You'd think they would have a link to it. I guess we'll give JPedal a moment to get in here. Okay, so she heard that. Yeah, Mike.
I know how not to lie. Hey, I didn't lie. I was first because technically I'm right there with you, so I was in the chat first.
Yeah, but you didn't comment first now, did you?
This is true, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Mike
matter
and his
who was
excuses.
chatting first.
Well, let's see. The message said, let's go back to the poll here. Were you first? I guess it's open for interpretation what that means. There's
Now
4
it's
votes
50-50.
now. So who was the 4th vote? I didn't vote. Someone else is lurking in the chat. Who could it be now?
Who could it be now?
Yeah, we don't have a saxophone to play for that, though. I guess I could end the poll. Or maybe let it go for a little while just in case anyone joins in. This is kind of creepy. There's some mystery person lurking in the chat here. Oh, it was Fantron. Hey, Fantron. How's it going?
Yeah, Fantron.
Who was first? Well, it depends on if you ask Mike or Phantom. Because they'll both give you different answers, I guess. But how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Yeah, that is true that Mike is always here when he's on stream anyway. If I'm not streaming, he's never here.
Yeah.
So there's actually a couple of things we'll talk about in today's stream here, because there were some notes that I had from last week, but we didn't stream last week. So we couldn't carry that over to this week. And it'll be interesting to see if you guys remind us of anything we forget, because there's probably stuff we forgot about. Or that I forgot about.
Hey, I shouldn't count because I'm always here.
Well, I mean, it's an argument that one could make. Feeling pranked.
True.
When would we ever prank anyone? That's not on brand at all on this channel. Alright, so I'm going to get the game started here. The game already crashed once, actually, by the way, for you guys who are wondering, since this game always crashes. I started up just with me and Mike, And it already crashed once, so we'll see if it crashes a second time. I guess I should probably take it onto the game scene now, see if it works. We shall see. So, I guess the first thing that I'll bring up for Mike to comment on first, since I have to introduce the topic anyway, is I don't think we had a chance to talk about... Wait, did we? No, we did get to talk about this last time, I believe. Right, Mike? We talked about the Nintendo Switch, the new version?
We did.
I think we did. What was an updated news, though, was they started announcing a Steam Deck, I think is what they're calling it. Did you hear about this, Mike?
I did hear about that a little bit. Last thing I heard about it, they were saying that some like gaming computers, you might as well just get a Steam Deck because it'd be better than most of them now, from what I heard about the stats of it a little bit.
Well, it's not really meant to be a regular desktop computer. It's more like a Switch alternative for PC gaming and Steam more specifically. I don't know. Has anyone else in the chat heard about that? It's been a topic for about a week now, I guess. A Steamy D? No, JPedal. Where is your mind in the gutter? Come on, you're usually not like that. What the hell?
I could see JPedal having her mind in the gutter.
No, I disapprove of this. It's a Steam Deck.
Yes.
And it's
like
essentially
a deck.
Well,
No,
okay, maybe not quite that either. But it's like a Nintendo Switch, but with PC games. As
You're
Fantron
going
has also
robotic
said.
on my end, by the way.
I have what?
You're going robotic on my side. I don't know if it is for the rest of the chat or not.
Probably Michael's connection, if I had to take a wild guess on that.
Most likely, but just bringing it up, just in case.
Ooh, actually, interesting here. Maybe it is an issue. Because I try to invite friends and it shows an empty list. Or do I have my friends list off? Did I get set to being offline? Maybe that did get set offline somehow.
Yeah, I'm online. So.
Let's see. Steam. Funny enough, I didn't think that I had to be online for this, but maybe I do. Because, yeah, it's kind of gone both ways over time. Sometimes I don't need it. Oh, here we go. Now I can invite you.
Ah, there we go. Aha.
A deck. Yes, a deck, JPedal.
Like a deck of cards, or... Let's see, what's be another?
All hands on deck.
Tech deck, like the little skateboard things that you used to have.
One example.
Yeah.
So I forget the exact specs the thing has.
That?
What, Mike?
Did I mention that during one of our streams last time?
We were talking about your childhood using those tech decks.
How, like, I remember back in my, I think it was middle school when they first started becoming popular for me.
Mike, this was everyone's middle school if they're of a certain age.
Oh, I'm sure. But I just remember everyone in class, like, bragging about having them. Being like, check this out, I got a tech deck, this is the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, people either get that or have no idea whatsoever what we're talking about. But the Steam Deck, not a tech deck, Mike. God damn it.
Yeah.
It has an AMD Ryzen, I think it's actually a Ryzen 2 that it uses. So it's somewhat recent hardware. It's not going to have any crazy GPU, but it should be pretty sufficient for the system itself because it's only going to be a 1280 by, I think it's 800 screen. So basically the same resolution as the Switch. They're tidy looking houses. Oh yeah, you haven't been here for a while, JPedal. I think Mike grew all these trees. Even though I kind of disagree with having so many freaking trees here because it makes everything very busy. And there's going to be 3 different versions. I already managed to pre-order one of them. So we'll see if I actually get one or if it's going to end up being delayed for reasons. Because it very well could. Did you load in yet, Mike?
I did hear that they... I'm about to. It says initializing. But I did actually hear recently about how they started releasing emulator boxes that allow you to play games from a lot of different systems. and like it allows you to play N64 games, Super Nintendo games, NES games, stuff like that, Sega games, and all of that. But the funny thing is, according to the review that I saw on YouTube for it, they said that the Nintendo 64 one wasn't working very well, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, they have emulation devices for a while. The funny thing is, yeah, the Nintendo 64 is still one of the systems that, even though they have emulators for it, they don't always work that well. It kind of had like the least amount of development put into emulators from just the community in general. And those Steam, or not the Steam, the emulation boxes, they usually use some already developed emulator to run on it in the first place, which is why they're usually dependent on that kind of stuff. This begs the question, why did you never make a bridge or spike barrier last game? Well, the reason why, and actually we did sort of have something like this, J-Pedal. When we had our other base, we put spikes around the wall, and we did have an elevated bridgeway that we crossed over. It wasn't quite like this, because you'd have to dig out the moat. We didn't do this. This was already here to begin with. Digging out a moat like this would take absolutely forever, even though it is really effective. We had done that in one of our earlier bases that we had when we weren't streaming the game. And it did work pretty well, but it was very time consuming to do. So it wasn't on the list of things to really try to do. The physics is glitching out for this freaking zombie for some reason. There we go. Oh, and I'll level up too. But it is a good idea to have something like this. It's just not always easy to do until you get later equipment, like the... What's that kind of drill device that you use, Michael? For digging?
Drill device. Oh, auger.
The auger, that's what it is.
Yes.
Have you thought of a name for the base yet? I think it actually came with a name. I think it's out here. Yeah, they call it Mana's Medieval Mayhem. Which, can I edit this? No, I can't edit it. I was gonna think of a title, and it came to me quite easily. But I can't change it. Since it already uses alliteration, I'm just gonna change it to Mike's Medieval Mayhem. I feel like that'd be appropriate.
Oh boy.
They don't let me change it though, for whatever reason. Should have spent the 10 weeks digging one. You know, if we did have more people in the game, that probably would be something that we'd be able to do, because you'd be able to delegate tasks just a lot easier when you have more people doing things. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't even look at the date in the game as well as now. So we are going to have a Horde Night soon, because it's day 13 right now. And we will probably get to day 14 during the stream. And that will have a Horde Night. So hopefully Mike's plan is going well with whatever he was doing, because remember he was working on something, and he could probably explain it to us if I give him the chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember and look at it again to see.
Oh God,
Michael
doesn't remember.
I think it was almost done though, if I remember right. So
I hope so.
Oh, got some glue. Sweet. I can make some more duct tape. Nice.
Mike's Medieval Man Cave? Yeah, I mean, that would work too.
Man cave.
For anyone that who actually follows these videos but doesn't go on the Discord, that is the name of the general section on Discord. Named in honor of Mike. Hey, JP's arrived in his original form. Really? You reverted to your original form, JP. That sounds quite interesting. And we already got a GDI Mike in the chat.
Yeah, we need that. We haven't had that in a while.
I thought something was missing. I guess I have bullets in here. I should probably put this in somewhere else later, but I'm not going to bother right now. So I guess I have to think of what I'm going to do. I do have some points to put into different things. This is good for fighting. But I have to upgrade the other things first. Let's see here. Yeah, these are 2 points to buy each, so I wouldn't be able to get that just yet. Turn back to 6. Oh, 7. I am confused. Does this have something to do with the original form? What have you been putting your points into mostly, Mike? In the skill department?
Let's see, where did I put my points mostly? I put...
Oh yeah, that's right. I had the poll going. Yeah, I could end this poll, I suppose. Apparently it's down the middle, 50-50.
Strength, Skull Crusher, Pack Mule, Master Chef, Miner 69er, Mother Load.
I mean, I could do a poll about the, like, who's gonna die on Horde Night or something like that, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So, have you been specializing in the, yeah, sorry, I wasn't paying... Were you specializing at all in the, like, engineering or stuff like that? That's mostly what I wanted to ask.
I was mostly specializing in being able to get a lot of farming stuff.
Okay.
And cooking, for some reason.
Well, cooking is always important in the game. You know, I guess I just get the strength points, because I'm going to need that for the fighting anyway. I'll get one of these strength points now. I can spend the other point on something else, just for fun.
I can make a mini bike as well.
Masochist. That is pretty good, though, because it reduces the amount you get stunned, so I'll take that, I suppose. Okay, right. So let's see. I could do something like... take your bets on which one of us are going to die during Fortnite. It could be Mike, Try, or neither. Or both, I suppose. What do you guys think of that? Would that work for you? The other alternative I have would be something like, how many times are we going to die each? But who knows how high that could go up to. I don't know how many options I have. Let me check this out here. Let's try this first. Who will die during the Horde Night? Add option. Alright, so I can add 4 options. Well, that works perfectly for this. Here we go. So we're asking who's going to die. We have options for either one of us or neither and both. That should cover it, just about. I wonder if it'll show us who voted for what, though, because it didn't with that poll. It'd be more interesting if it did show who voted for which one. Let's see, can I watch the vote? Wow, so far people voted for Mike and neither. I don't know if they haven't watched the prior episodes, because I'm pretty sure I've died more times overall. Let's see if we can find the stats. Yeah, apparently I've died 2 times and Mike has died 0. So people really want to see Mike die or neither of us die, apparently. Because right now, 2 are for neither, it looks like. Actually, I'm not sure if I like this, because now it's putting expectations that I'll do well. And I'm not sure how I feel about that at all. I'm also not very sure if you're able to change that poll. If you want to change your vote or whatever. I don't think you can. What about one being that a bird snake or bear will show up? I mean, that's kind of like a side bet you could take. A random bird will show up and kill me. Yeah, that sounds like some side action, so I might want to take up a bet on. I love the sound that makes.
Yeah, it's always exciting.
Oh, Mike, guess what? We have a bear outside.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to see, is that a zombie bear or a regular bear? That might be a zombie bear. I think that's a wound that I see on its side, so it'd be a zombie bear in that case. It's kind of hanging around your... Well, I guess it's halfway between here and your base thing that you made. The horde base.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it'll go away in the morning. We'll see. Guess I'll stick around here in the meantime.
Bacon eggs.
Sorry, I should probably check how we're doing with food. Let's see. How do I get this menu? I always have to remind myself when I haven't played this game in a while. Oh. Okay, there we go. We're actually pretty decent on all that stuff. For now. That'll change soon. Actually, I'm getting a lot of pop-ups. What's going on? I guess just people talking on the Discord. What? Hey, Phantom, you're still arguing about Junez on the Discord there? Be gone, Junez denier. Go shop at Walmart. That's what I'm seeing on the Discord right now, anyway. Yeah, so I guess just to round out the discussion that we were talking about earlier, and I guess JP wasn't here, so I'll mention it to him. JP, have you seen that stuff about the Steam Deck? I think it's, yeah, Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I always want to say something like Steam Deck Link, but I think that's something different. Oh, and because I mentioned this before, I pre-ordered the premium model, essentially, because they had different ones. But the base model had very little memory, and supposedly uses very slow memory, too. So I was like, I may as well get the more expensive one and see how that turns out. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to use it, but I was curious to try it out anyway. Because I looked at it, and I'm not really sure how it's going to be, because I see the controls, and the controls are kind of weird. Have you seen a picture of it, Mike?
Mm-mm.
All the buttons for it are kind of placed on like the top of the remote, so it looks kind of weird that way.
Huh. That is a weird choice.
Yeah, instead they kind of have these trackpads, which are kind of like a replacement for the mouse, I guess. And they're where the kind of where the buttons would normally be on a controller.
Right.
Imagine you're reading on there and a zombie just attacks you. Thankfully, that's why I tend to lurk near the safety of the base, so that doesn't happen too much. But that's all a part of the game. That's happened before, where I've been doing something and out of nowhere a zombie starts attacking me. You can't be too upset by that. Plus, it's really bad that I'm not in the Junez cult organization. Yeah, I guess it is really bad. Oh boy. Well, luckily I don't take damage from that anymore. Oh, there's zombie dogs, by the way. Let's see if I can hit one. Just for fun. So far I only see the one. There's usually more. It's getting too far away though, so I can't actually hit the damn thing. Oh, I actually hit it. Sneak damage. There we go. You know, it's gonna fall in here anyway. It's hard to hit him. Yeah, he just got himself killed. Oh, there's a second dog. I knew there's gonna be more. Delayed reaction. Nice, I'll use the arrows for this douche nozzle of a dog.
One actually came running towards me.
Oh, are you outside the base?
Yeah.
I didn't even see you leave. I don't know if you can hit him in there. I might be hitting him, but I don't really know if I am or not. Oh, he got out. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. At least it didn't do any permanent damage to us. Let's go see how Mike is. Alright. Where are you, Mike?
At my
Are you near there, bear?
little base thing. No?
Yeah, just kind of hanging around by you.
Oh, well, yeah.
You didn't notice him
I'm up
until
on
just
my
now?
base. Yeah. He just spawned in on my screen.
He's been there for a while. I remember seeing him there during the middle of the night, too. Too bad I won't be joining. I won't be joining till something happens on the list. On what list? You mean the poll that we made? Yeah, that's definitely a zombie one.
Yeah, it is.
Which ones are worse, the zombie ones or the regular bears?
Well, they're both
It's just
very
like a fucking
powerful.
death trap. What? Did you make this giant hole, Mike?
Probably not intentionally, but
How would you make this accidentally? Is the question.
probably was mining for some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember almost falling into that before. Are you... Mike, you fucking son of a bitch. You're running inside and closing the gate on me. Really, Mike?
Well, I'm putting stuff away, so...
Yeah, I see. The list has one thing till Try finishes that game. A likely story. I might as well put this food in the food bin so that can be cooked later on. Since I have the, ooh, wow, we've made a lot of good stuff apparently. Most likely it's probably Mike that made it. But I'll take some of it with me. Good timing too, because I just got hungry.
God damn it, I don't remember where the trader is.
There's several on the map that I selected for us, Mike. There's one here. How do I share these?
For some reason I have one called money here. I don't know why.
Maybe there's money there. Well, I just shared a bunch of waypoints, so hopefully you have something on your map.
Yeah.
Someone sounds like they're trying to attack the base. Whoa. It's just another stupid freaking dog, man. These things are just wasted lives. Or a lack of life, I guess. Whatever you want to say. Maybe if I had a spear, I could get a good shot on one. There we go. How did I not get experience for that? I actually slapped the damn thing. It's not quite fair. There's another one? Oh, where the fuck you come from, asshole? Well, at least I was able to kill him that time. And screw that dog, especially in particular. That'll probably not happen, but make a poll. I'm not going to make a poll about a different game entirely, Phantom. That would make a little sense. Especially since I'm not even playing that game. Ah, yes, the prison bus. It reminds me of... I guess it wouldn't be a prison bus. I was just thinking of Prison Architect when you had the buses come bring all the prisoners. What happened to that game, Mike? Are they still developing that? Or have they, pretty much finished with it?
I heard they're still adding stuff to it, but
Really?
not as much as usual, but Every now and then I get an update about it saying, "Oh, we've added this now."
I guess I go to the trader too, because I probably should check if they have anything to buy or sell. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything to sell, but we'll check it out. Oh, and speaking of games, I'm sure Mike will probably enjoy this too. So I picked up a couple of new things on sale the other day, Mike. Actually, it was a little while ago now.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of the DLCs for City Skylines, so I might be playing some more of that in the future.
Cool.
Since I saw you play it, I'm like, hey, maybe I should check out that game again. And I happen to see that they added a bunch of stuff to it, of course, because they're always adding stuff to that game. So maybe I'll even stream that for a little bit at some point. See how that goes. See if I have any better luck than you did when you were starting up your new town.
All right, I'll look forward to that.
Oh, you better. There's actually modes that I saw that I might try out, and they're called scenarios. And I think that's sort of what they had in Prison Architect 2, is where you're in a specific circumstance with goals you have to solve.
I heard some people say they like him and some people say they absolutely hate him. So if you try it, yeah, all power.
It'll be interesting to try out and see how it works anyway. Make a poll on if you should... No, we're not making a poll on whether you should join or not. You know how this works. This is all about us, not you, Phantom. MLG Eevee? OMG Bestie. Hello, Eevee. How are things going with you? Always with the interesting introductions. But I hope you're doing well nonetheless. You have a confession to make? Just don't get mad at me. I don't know if there's anything you could say that I'd get mad at. In all honesty, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. But yeah, oh, T-Master, what's going on, man? How you been? It's good to see you.
Does this look like a lounge to you?
Of course, you have the trader being a huge jackass. Yeah, T, how you been holding up, man? What? Okay, MLGE. Just make sure you don't do it again, I guess. I'm not sure what else I could say to that. By the way, if anyone's watched this after the fact, MLG Eevee just said something about, I was the one who was munching on your hair the other day while you were sleeping. I'm sorry I got hungry. I'm not sure if I should be concerned or not that there's secretly people sneaking into my house or whatever trying to eat my hair. I guess I should be somewhat concerned, but you know, some things you just don't have any control over in life. Yeah, he's really not selling much, is he, it looks like. Unless there's something in the secret section here. A couple of skill books, but nothing I particularly need. Yeah, I don't really care about that. So we'll just leave that be.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Alright. Wait, do you have a mission for me? Yeah, why not take a mission from me and then you can stop bitching at me, douche.
You need work? Well,
I'll take that. Why not? T-Master says, I'm doing better. Actually got a really bad infection 2 weeks ago because I'm immune suppressed. Yeah, with how bad it was, that is actually probably expected to get an infection. It's taking time to heal, but I'm close to feeling 100%. Well, yeah, hopefully that, you know, gets dealt with quickly and, you know, you're able to get back to 100%. I mean, whatever happened, you're still in much better shape than you were that... How long has it been now? I guess about a month or so? Yeah, that was a really troubling time. Ooh, an iron pickaxe. Do we have one of those? Hey, we do. Probably sell that though, because that probably fetches a little bit of And some caps are not caps. What I'm thinking of Fallout here. The Dukes.
Yes, you are.
Thank you for telling me, Mike.
You're welcome.
Yeah, 42. All right, may as well take it.
Time to move on.
This guy's a dick. He's not as bad as Trade Direct, but whenever I sell him something or deal with him, he's just like, yeah, time to move on. Get out of here, man. What the hell are you doing? So is there anything decent at the trader you're at, Mike?
No, not really. I did, get a quest from him though, just to, get that going.
Yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot of quests in this one so far. Maybe I'll try to steer clear of this asshole area. By the asshole area, I mean the burnt area, because I always get attacked in those stupid places. Oh, Carol Baskin's Animal Sanctuary. I forgot about that. They have some interesting references they make with this modded version of the game anyway. Sven Bob's Clown School? I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to anything either. If it is, it's lost on me. Team Master says my blood loss numbers are nearly back to normal as well, so that's good. They're lowering my meds, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that too. Phantom says I especially didn't sneak onto Try's computer. Went on his 7-day server to mess around with his stuff. Or made secret bases all over the world. That'd be interesting if you were somehow able to make a secret base that we could find. It was one of those games where we could have a bunch of people play at once, and yeah, you guys would be able to make a base somewhere, and eventually we might find it. Kind of like how they do in Minecraft games like that. It'd be interesting to see, but unfortunately we can't really do that for this one. I've tried that before on my computer, but I think it's more of an issue with my ISPs. It doesn't really let me host a dedicated server for this game. Like, it actually just won't let me configure the port forwarding to do that sort of thing. Oh,
Yeah, I
hit the wrong
that.
key there. You would let a zombie eat you? Isn't that kind of like that one kid from the Walking Dead? Wasn't there a kid that did that in that show? They wanted to become a zombie or something like that. I kind of remember that somehow. Or maybe I'm not really remembering it correctly, but I remember some kind of scenario that was like that. Like a kid was obsessed with the zombies. And no, Mike, I'm not thinking about one of your viewers anyway. From your channels.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Just to clarify that. I know, right? But now, or there's no soda. If I did or did not go there. There's no soda. Oh, what, are you a heavy soda drinker? I don't really drink soda anyway. So, that's not really a big deal. I'd be kind of curious how you found it, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd actually recommend watching The Walking Dead at this point. People really liked some of the first few seasons of that show, but almost everyone has said that eventually, at one point or another, they just got sick of it. I really don't know a single person at this point who still wants to watch it.
Get lost.
I was one of those who got sick of it after a while.
Ooh, a military schematic for armor. That would be cool to have, but even if I did get it, I don't think I have the parts for it.
Ooh, an iron spear. And more 9mm shells. I'm gonna need those. Okay, you are above me. Okay.
I wonder if I should look more in this town. So there might be more stuff over here that I haven't really explored yet. I mean, I have searched most of this, but it looks like the road goes further south. We do have a day before the Horde Night anyway, so we should be alright. Can't be any worse than RWBY. I don't know. If I knew what that was, I'd probably be able to give some form of an answer, but I have not seen
I
that.
think it's an anime. It also got made into a video game at one point.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of anime to begin with, so I guess I would say yes to that. It would depend on the topic, though. It's not like I just hate all anime. I just don't really feel an inkling to watch it most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
If you're talking about the Walking Dead games, yeah, I played the first one, and I think I might have played some of the other games too. But I think the first one was the only decent one. I could be wrong on that. Those are quite old now at this point, so I can hardly remember. I don't even remember which game was which anymore. Did you play in those, Mike?
No, I can't say that I have.
They were kind of... I mean, in a way, I guess you kind of say they're like visual novels, those Walking Dead games. Where they're all, like, decision-based, pretty much. And it kind of looked like a comic book style. I don't know, you haven't even, like, heard of them or seen Let's Plays of them?
I've heard of them, but I've never watched Let's Plays of them.
Okay. Yeah, they made probably at least 3 or 4 of them. I think they had an ongoing storyline, but the first one was the only one I really paid attention to. I think my girlfriend might have played more of those games than I did. So maybe she would know more about them. I think I actually did watch them. But I don't recall them. The one other game that I liked from that sort of thing, they had the Wolf Among Us, which is kind of cool.
I remember hearing about that. I did see
Yeah, it's
a
probably
little
the
bit
best
of
one they made
gameplay of
other than
that.
the Walking Dead ones. Oh, you did watch some of that one?
That looked actually pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
this
pretty
is
cool
interesting.
style of game. What'd you find?
Let's see, I'm trying to...
I've also
There you
found
go.
something somewhat interesting. It's a greenhouse. A marked dungeon.
Yeah, it looks like a big open area, but with a gate around it, you know? Like, it has a gate around it, but, like, after you get inside that gate...
Oh yeah,
it's,
I've been
like,
there before.
completely
Yeah, I have that
open.
marked as the mansion
Yeah.
on mine.
Ah.
Oh shit. I forget which one. I actually found a few mansions. I don't remember which one that is in particular. But yeah, I do remember coming across something like that. I actually have a mission there to complete at some point. Whenever I get the chance to actually do that, though, because I'm probably not going to start today. It's such a big area
Right.
to explore, it probably will take forever.
Yeah.
The original creators died? For what? We talked about a few things, so I'm not sure which one you're referencing. It's Luigi's? Well, hopefully it's not the creator of Luigi's that died. I'm assuming that's a response to something else. Pretty sure the creator for Luigi
Luigi's
would be...
Mansion.
What's up?
Luigi's Mansion is what he's talking about.
The creator for Luigi's Mansion died? Who made that? I don't even-
No.
Was that,
like-
what's his...
The mansion that we found is Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, okay.
That's the joke.
we have here is a failure to communicate. So this is pretty neat. I found a greenhouse. They have pumpkins and all this cool stuff inside. I guess I just harvest this? Yeah. I may as well take it.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Bring this back to the base later on. A little bit of everything in here. Oh, it was the creator of RWBY that died.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, I'm not surprised then if that's the case, that, you know, the show went downhill. I mean, if the creator of the show is lost, you know, kind of what hope does the show have? I guess you have to hope that they had some decent creators that were also working on it, but that's not always the case.
Found mini bike handlebars inside that mansion.
You found candy bars? Is that what you said?
No, mini bike handlebars.
Oh, handlebars. You were a little bit
Yeah.
quiet there. I couldn't hear you. Like candy bars. That's a nice surprise.
Nice.
I don't think we really need that, but I'll take it anyway.
Ooh, I found a
It's
bunch
got a
of
little
free
bit of
food,
everything.
too. Nice.
Oh, assholes. What the
Oh
hell are
my
you doing,
God, that
asshole?
scared me a little bit.
Where's the door? Oh, we have an airdrop.
Yeah, I heard that airdrop and I was
Somewhere.
like, what in the hell is that noise? And I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, it's pronounced Ruby, and there's a reason it's pronounced or spelled that way. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too, you know, worked up about it. I'm not gonna watch it anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter to me. Is that guy's? Okay, he's dead. I was like, I thought his head popped off, but oh, it's a different zombie. Where is he? Upstairs, I guess. No, we'll find him eventually, or he'll find us most likely. Oh. Alright, I don't know where you came from, asshole. Oh no, there's still another one. Oh, it's your twin brother. Well, you can just die too.
That's a lot of food.
Oh, there's still more stuff up here, apparently. Okay, so I have an update on the poll, apparently. So, 14%, it's probably like one vote or something, said that I'll die. Another 14% said Mike'll die. 43% said neither. And 29% said both. That's the current numbers that we have going for this. We had 7 people vote. Someone could do the math to figure out how that works out exactly. I'm assuming it's 1 vote for those other things, and 2 and, I guess, 3 votes respectively for the others. Hopefully that adds up. There's a lot of jackasses standing around out here, apparently. Fuck them.
Jeez, this thing has a bunch of Shamway food stuff.
Oh, there's dogs out here too. Okay, do I really want to mess around with this stuff then? I feel like they're all going to start charging at me as soon as I activate one of them. But you know, just for fun. Let's try it. Alright, so that one died. There's another one. I mean, this won't be so bad. Is it just that one asshole dog out there, or is there going to be more? Sometimes you can't see them in the grass. Oh, you voted neither, Shadow? Or, yeah, Phantom. I guess I could call you Shadow. I will admit, I get your name sometimes confused with Fantron when I see it really quickly. How am I not shooting this little fucking dog? I can't tell where the arrow is going. Well, there we go, that hit it. looks like we're good. What the hell is this big white tarp, I guess, out here? I guess it'd be a tarp.
Oh god.
What's wrong, Mike?
I'm
You
being
find
chased by
company?
dogs.
Oh, yeah, the puppers are always fun. Oh, you're running at me. I guess you do need a diet, so I guess some exercise is good for you. Well, I think that's the underwear that was coming through the one model there. That was kind of weird. What was that sound? Someone outside trying to break in? Yeah. You idiot. I kind of wish that YouTube would show you who voted for what. But I guess maybe it's more fun that way to have an anonymous poll too. I guess people are able to say what they voted for if they really want to.
Oh my god, there's birds in here too.
Yeah, it sounds like a place that I'm glad not to be at. Oh, you're at the mansion still? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't do the mission there. Sounds like I'd just be having a terrible time overall. YouTube approved. What's YouTube approved, JP? Oh, hello, friend. Oh, about all the violence and mayhem? Yeah, somehow they don't really mind too much, at least 7 Days to Die. the previous model with the underwear issue. Yeah, thankfully, that won't get me into any trouble. There was that one zombie in the last version of the game that was a stripper and had her tatas out, we'll just say. But
Yeah.
that's been removed in the latest few versions of this game anyway.
And I love it how they did actually say that it was because of all the complaints.
Yeah, I think some people complained about that, but I mean, it is a very silly thing. Because why are there so many strippers just wandering around in the game world? It didn't make a whole lot of sense. There's just nothing plants? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, but these are potato plants. I'll take those. It is funny that they replace it with a another kind of questionable young lady. Who I don't really know what they call her. What's that, Mike?
A streetwalker?
The streetwalker? Oh, Mike, come on. Is that how you refer to a young entrepreneurial woman?
That's not how I refer to him as, but
Mike,
that's what
Mike,
I've heard that referred to as.
I know you're not very PC, Mike, but you have to think of the today's modern terms to address these things. Today they call them Twitch streamers.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the actual name for them at this point, Mike. Come on, you have to be considerate.
Nice. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, that was a funny game.
All right. Nope, that's just for show. All right, let's get out of here. There's something else I was just thinking of. I don't know like what this refers to, but like I saw one make like a joke reference of something else, and I don't really know what the first thing refers to, but they're saying like, oh, it's Hot Girl Summer or whatever. I don't actually know what the fuck that means because I don't pay attention to this stupid stuff. But then someone changed the title to like Thought Girl Summer. It's like, yeah, I guess that's Twitch in a nutshell anyway. Did I leave my bike out here somewhere? I should probably read this. I brought my bike over here to go here, right? So then where the hell did I put it? Oh, there we go. Hidden in the damn grass. I don't know that reference. I don't really know either. I think it was like a video title or something I saw. I have no idea what the first thing refers to.
More ammo.
Well, let's just check this out down here. Why don't we?
Two more level 6 blood.
Now this is an interesting looking building. Yeah, I guess we don't want to go here at all.
More ammo.
More corn, by the way, of course. I'm sure I'm not walking on any damn mines. I think this is another modded building. I don't know if this is a unique design or if this is something else that's supposed to be a reference to like another game or whatever. A very strange looking building though.
I love
He's
the
just
tanks that
skinny
they
up.
designed.
Yeah. What's wrong, Mike?
I said I love the tanks that they made in the game.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few of those too. They're quite silly. I think I've seen a helicopter too that they try to make.
Oh,
Imagine
the
kids
ghillie
walking
suit.
out of the corn. Imagine a bunch of baseball players walking out of the corn. That'd really be freaky. Oh my god. Oh shit! It's a boar. Oh, okay, he actually died pretty easily. He surprised me, but I was able to kill it. And not get absolutely wrecked like they sometimes do to you. Alright, I guess I overreacted a little bit there. Just harvest our little buddy that we killed. Yeah, we decapitated it, jeez. I guess the head doesn't really matter. I don't know, is there a use for the boar's head? Actually, isn't that the name of a company?
No,
The boar's head?
probably.
I think it is. Well, anyway, I don't really know of anyone actually eating or making anything out of the head of it, but then again, there probably is someone that has. People try anything. Boar boring. Oh, how dare you call that poor boar boring? A decoration? Yeah, that's usually what I see them used for. Decorations, I guess. Some sort of a trophy. That's something they don't have in this game, do they, Mike? Mounting heads as decorations? For anything you kill?
No, they don't.
I suppose that'd be an interesting addition if they actually put that in the game. I bet people would probably complain, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
People would be like, oh, how dare you, this encourages violence and hunting of animals. It's like, yeah, the whole game is about killing things and murdering animals, so I don't know why that'd be particularly bad, but I'm just sure people would complain about it anyway.
Boys.
Right,
Kinda
yeah, we're
like
not...
how I remember I watched somebody play one of those hunter games, like, you know, back in the day, like one of the hunting simulator games.
Mhm.
And it was a challenge to see how many animals that were like trying to kill you could kill before they killed you know, your character. And the
Yeah.
person I was watching he was like, you know, I don't mind hunting a little bit, you know, as long as, like, you know, there's like a reason behind it. But he's like, if I'm just shooting animals just for the sake of shooting it, then I don't want to do it, you know. And so what ended up happening is, like, all these, like, you know, what I assume is like rabid, like tigers and shit like that were coming towards him. And like he shot like a couple of them, and then he's like, wait, they just keep coming. He's like, I'm gonna let myself get eaten then. And I was like, what?
I mean, I guess that's one strategy you can employ.
Yeah, but he was like saying.
I would also kind of wonder why
just
just playing the game in general at all if you didn't want to play that sort of game.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't understand why he played that game then if that's the way he felt about it.
Yeah, I guess some people just do things for attention. It's hardly as if that's a lone example on YouTube of that. Oh, it does remind me, I don't know if JP's still, I think he's just kind of like lurking on, but JP linked me to a video of some guy on YouTube who, I guess, bought a computer? Yeah, I think he bought it. And, like, I don't know, I guess you could kind of say it's up for debate, because he's like, oh, I don't really know anything about computers, but it was really weird because he was acting like, oh, I'm going to get this new computer, and it's going to be so good, but then he buys a computer that's pretty much like a complete piece of junk. And then he's like shocked that it's not working well. And he's like, oh, and I did this and I called up the technical support and I was with the support for like this long. And then I emailed this person, I did that. It's like this long, like back and forth about like all this stuff he did. And basically at the end, she's like, oh yeah, the computer still wasn't any good. So then I had my viewers like have me, they helped me buy a good computer. And I just like couldn't help but think like, this kind of just smells like bullshit that he did to like make a video basically to complain about. And then kind of just used for views to go on about like, oh yeah, this is such a terrible thing that happened. How could this happen to me? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I understand that some people don't know anything about computers, but if I remember correctly, the guy was doing something on YouTube with computers. Like, I don't know if he was doing video editing or if he was doing just like 3D modeling or something, but I would think if you're buying a computer, you're doing at least some little bit of research into what you're buying. You don't just go out and buy the first thing you see and be like, oh, I'm sure this will be a good thing that I just got. So that's kind of why I had the feeling that the guy was kind of just full of it. That and I'm just way too skeptical of pretty much most YouTubers, because so much of it is just done for attention.
Ah, the Wasteland, also known as New Jersey map.
The New Jersey map. Like, that's an insult to the wasteland of this game. Oh.
I wasn't the one that came up with it, though.
Apparently I can just pick those up. Some rebar frames. Oh, cool. I got a recipe to make a, construct a cement mixer. Oh yeah, I figured you were still here, JP. I forget what, I think I was trying to look into it to see what kind of computer he got. But just when I was seeing the video he made where he kind of took some screenshots, or I think he was taking some video shots of his computer just kind of like at certain angles. And I'm looking at the computer, I'm like, that thing looks ancient. Like, it looks like a motherboard from like 10 years ago or even more. Because there's certain things you just tell about the design of motherboards that you can kind of date it from. Because pretty much anything in the last 5 years or so has like a... pretty much every computer has LEDs at this point. And they're on the motherboards too. So, like, it didn't have any of that kind of design going for it. You were absolutely nuts and cannot confirm nor deny any doubts about its authenticity. Yeah, that's alright, JP. I mean, I don't really expect you to know one way or the other either. Because I'm sure just like everything that the guy would say, he could argue that he was being serious, you know, until the cows come home. And at the end of the day, I don't really have anything to prove otherwise. It was just kind of like a gut feeling that I got watching it. And I think just because I've seen YouTube videos before that do this sort of similar thing. Oh, hey, Kyle's here. What's going on, Kyle? The next computer I buy will have 16 gigabytes RAM, so I can play 7 days. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I guess this is another game where you're pretty much required to have a certain amount of gigabytes like that.
Yeah.
The game is definitely on the more demanding side. What if we could stop by? Oh, there's another trader here. So let me mark this on the map. Well, that makes things easy because I did want to trade some stuff. And I can thankfully do it right here. Oh, Team Master Sen has renewed his membership. Now, was that you just doing it right now, Team Master, or did it just happen to be automatic? Because if that is, that's like a hell of a coincidence. Then again, you probably did subscribe during a prior 7 Days to Die stream, which usually would be on a Wednesday around this time. So I guess that could make some sense in a way. It's just funny because we haven't been... Oh, bless you, Mike.
Thank you.
It's just funny because we haven't really been streaming the most in a while, so we just happened to pick a day when it was your anniversary, I guess. So again, thank you for that, Team Master. It's very kind of you. Oh, you missed a Team Master? Apparently your membership renewed. Because it showed your, it showed a notification for saying Team Master has, joined as a YouTube member. So I think it does that whenever it's been a month since you last did it. I think that's what it does based on. I think that's how it works anyway. It could also just be a repeat thing that just does automatically for some reason, but I'm going to assume it has to do with your anniversary date. Yeah, I'm selling you stuff, so don't bitch at me, asshole. Alright, I guess I could sell these. Alright, that made way. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I don't really need this hammer right now either. I assume you have a hammer, right, Mike?
I got a level 5 hammer.
Alright, so I can get rid of this one. We already have an anvil in the forge, right?
Yes, we do.
Alright, I can get rid of this.
We need a bellows and a, what was the other thing? The crucible eventually.
Oh, we don't have bellows? Oh, I think it was for
Nope.
sale in one of these places, but I didn't buy it because I assumed we already had it. Oh, this yokel is Trader Wrecked, and he's a complete asshole, as you've sufficiently pointed out, JP. In other words, but essentially that's what he is.
He's a total asshole and no one knows why.
Well, probably because he has a problem maintaining an erection. Get it? Yeah, real subtle.
Yes. So.
How much does the advanced bellows cost? Because I could go there and try to buy it. I think it was at the other traders.
I wouldn't be surprised if it costs more than 1,000 coins.
Okay, I'm gonna buy this because I want this.
A sale is a sale.
Whoa.
To a scumbag like you.
Some max headroom there.
Tokens, that's what it's called. Yeah, tokens. I still think it's funny that that's what they decided to use their currency
Well, it's
off
stupid,
of
but let's
is
use it.
casino tokens. That'd be like using
Well, it makes just as much sense as Fallout, I suppose.
what was it that places like Chuck E. Cheese and stuff used to use?
They use tokens.
They don't use tickets before. They did used to use tokens, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be like trying to say that that's your currency, you know? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so we'll go to the trader up there. Oh, the supply drop too. I should probably stop by and try to get. They're probably gonna
From
close
what
the
I've
traders by the
heard.
time I get there.
From what I've heard now, they just have you use quarters now.
Where's the fun in that?
Actually, there was one arcade that had you use a prepaid card, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think I've seen that
Like,
too.
yeah, you just put like a select amount of money on it, and then you just run it through one of the game machines you want to play on, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, we actually had stuff
And I
like that here
remember-
for a while.
I remember at one time, like, you could pay like something close to like $30 for so many hours. And so if you were quick enough, you could play, you know, over $50 worth of games, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of stuff like that here where, you just preload a card full of it. And I'm sure if you spend a lot of money, it's like, oh yeah, you get a certain amount of bonus points or whatever to try to encourage you to spend more.
And you are.
Yeah, unfortunately, the place that I used to go to, I found out that they actually did go out of business because at first they did offer that option for just, pay for so many hours and then you could play for, you can play as many games as you can in that hour.
I guess it wasn't this
time
one.
limit, you know?
That's enough chit chat for me today.
But from what I heard, people were taking advantage of it, and like what they would do is they would go to all the expensive games, play those first, like, a whole bunch of times, and so that would rack up, over like $40 or more. So then, of course, you profited, and so they were actually losing money based off of that. And so what they did is they did away with that, and then they lost all their clientele because of that.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, let's say you have to come up with a good business scheme in the first place and actually get it right.
That's why I love how they have these pinball arcades that I've heard about now, and basically each pinball is only like a quarter to play. But they also sell the pinball machines as well. So like you can actually like come in there every now and then, and they'll sell them at a discounted price as you would be able to buy them anywhere else, right? But that's their main marketing scheme for making money, because people would come in and be like, how long has this game been here for? And they'd be like, oh, this amount of time, and they would sell it, still at what would be a profit for them, but like a fraction of the cost of what it would be if you bought it, say, online or something, And I was like, that is a cool idea.
Oh, shit. Apparently they rode over mine, but luckily I was on a bicycle, so apparently I was able to outrun it. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Like, you can hear the click as you go around it, but what's funny is if you keep going, it just disables it. It's weird. Or if it goes off at all, like you're way far away and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well,
This
I got
one
lucky
guy
there.
did a test of it. This guy did a test of it, and even if you plant your tire right on the mine, it won't go off. It was until you ran it over with your own legs. It was so stupid.
All right, JP, well, you have yourself a good night. And thanks. Yeah, hopefully you don't die. Oh, by the way, JP, before you leave, what did you vote for? Just out of curiosity. With tonight's poll that we're running here. I'll have to let you know how it goes when we get done with it. I'll mention it on the Discord, I suppose. I wonder if that bear will still be here.
That sounds like a lie, but okay.
Oh, you vote for neither of us? Ah, thank you, JP. We appreciate that confidence. Oh, yep, that bear's still around. Although Mike is most likely to. Yeah, we'll have to see. There's few things worse than that one Horde night we had at the very end, Mike. Especially because the whole game started lagging. I wonder what would have been the limit for the amount of zombies we could have spawned without the game actually kind of just like wanting to kill itself on us.
Oh, yeah.
Because what was it we ran at? 64 was it? 64 zombies?
Yeah, it was like, we tried to do close to max, basically. And we were like, oh, this should work. And it totally didn't.
Yeah, I put it whatever the maximum was. So I think it was something like 64. So maybe, I don't know, 48 would have worked, or 32? I don't know exactly what it would have been. Where the game would still ran and we could have actually played together. Funny enough, it did play for me. It just lost the synchronization with you, it seemed. Because it was still like the middle of the night for you for whatever reason.
Yeah. And you kept saying stuff like, zombies are completely surrounding you. I'm like, really? On my screen, there's nothing there.
Oh, I like this. Team Master said I voted for you, Try, because I always see you getting up close and personal with your giant hammer, and Mike is always staying back with his gun. Yeah, I guess one of those ways is a little safer than the other. Just a little bit. I think you were there for the finale, Phantom, right? I don't know if you were on that particular stream, but you're definitely following the channel during that time. It wasn't all that long ago. I'll also put these seeds in here for now. Well, the crops themselves and the seeds, I suppose, because it's kind of a mix. Oh yeah, it was actually nice not being able to, not being over encumbered because I was carrying too much. Thankfully, the mod still maintained itself. Remember last time, Mike, we had to go and fix the mod because it was just not actually working properly?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'll hold on to this because I probably have to fix myself up during the fight. Yeah, I do want to keep a hammer. Put the meat and the eggs in the other bin for cooking. Ah, good, Team Master. Yeah, you should get some rest and try to maintain a decent sleep schedule. I don't want to keep you up and kind of take away from your healing, so definitely have a good night. And I hope you continue getting better as well, man. And thanks for stopping by. Mike, you have any good night wishes for Team Master?
Yes. Sleep well, and hopefully your recovery continues on the up and up.
Yeah. I'm Mike, have you seen this yet? Look behind you.
Very, very nice. Is that
Yeah,
still a stone one?
Yeah, it is a stone one, but it's a level 6 stone one.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh. Got some cooking recipes. I guess I'll learn these real quick. Oh, that's right. You could use the books over again.
Mm-hmm. I can make level 2 iron sledgehammers.
Oh, I mean, if you want to make some of those, go for it.
Leather and duct tape.
I know I put some more leather away in one of these bins here. Yeah, there's some in this one, 137. And there's probably duct tape somewhere. I probably should put the medicine with the medicine, right?
Oh, these are the ones that are jammed. That's why.
They're jammed.
You haven't unlocked yet. Yeah, you haven't unlocked them yet.
Where are they?
Right here.
Oh, I didn't even see you were over here. Snuck up on me. I like how you said they're jammed, not just that they're locked.
That's just what it says. It's jammed.
What does? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the radioactive hammer. I happen to just have the dye on me, so I'm like, oh, I guess I'll combine this. Why not? Just for fun. You know, this will look even funnier. Let's do this. Here you go, Mike. Look at this now.
Oh, very nice.
Got the flaming pink hammer.
To me, it looked like red, so I was like, all right.
Ah, all right.
That's funny right there. Oh, Fort Bites. Nice. There's the letter. Okay, got it. All right. Wait, did I give you more points? I did. Nice.
Oh, that doesn't have anything on it.
I do that for next time. And 2 level 3.
I still have the running shoes, right? Try to always keep them on me because the running shoes are such a nice little boost. No, I got rid of them.
Nothing's on this, right?
Oh wait, these aren't the same ones because these ones don't have the I think they're high performance running shoes. Maybe I didn't get them in this one.
Alright, we need to start collecting handgun parts. So we're gonna
Yeah, you could always use more guns, Mike.
Yep. Because we only have level 1 pistols right now, right? So, how many do you need for...
I have a pistol and... Did I have a... I thought I had something else, but no, I just have a level 1 pistol, you're right.
Okay, you need 8.
Unless I put it one
Forged
away somewhere.
iron, duct tape, polymers, and springs. So, 8 springs, 20 polymers, 8 pieces of duct tape, and 40 pieces of iron, and then
Sounds like a
16
lot.
pieces of handguns to make 2 of them. I was just doing a double of each one.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. I guess I should have put points into gunsmithing instead.
Yeah, you know what they say about hindsight.
Yep, 2020. Ooh, 5 successive hits in a short time cause critical damage if I get level 3 gunslinger. That's actually pretty good.
That's all I had, huh?
I love the different, names. If you get to, gunslinger, gunfighter, it's called, you're now a gunfighter and can clear out a saloon full of rowdy bastards at the drop of a hat. It's like, yes, clear out all the rowdy bastards.
The least favorite video game genre. Yeah, least supposed to be least. I could figure that out.
Trying to think of what I thought was the least favorite for the longest time, because it's kind of changed over the years, but I guess I could say it like in 2-part. Like back when I was a kid, I thought puzzle was the least favorite gun genre, but it's funny, as I've started growing older, I actually have noticed that like people say it's starting to become one of my favorite ones now. So that was kind of
Puzzle
funny.
games?
And then yeah, puzzle games.
Huh.
But then let me think. So what would be the bad one as I've continued playing games? I think. I don't know. I don't really have a least favorite, I guess.
I don't know what I
I'm
would
trying to
say
think.
either.
Because, like, off the top of my head, I know of, like, puzzle, platforming, first person shooter.
There are a lot of things I just don't play to even really know if it's bad or not.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I don't play first person shooters as much anymore, I guess. But, I mean, I still enjoy playing them. Like, if we change this subject to what we haven't played as much, like, I wouldn't really consider this a first person shooter per se. I consider this more, you know, survival game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, there is shooting and stuff in it, but I don't consider it an FPS. But I would say, like, original first person shooters like Call of Duty and stuff like that, like stuff that you could play single player, you don't have to play online, I don't really play as much anymore.
Yeah, that's stuff I've never really played.
Like the closest one to that at all would be Escape from Tarkov, and I still don't play it near as much as I used to when I first got it.
Yeah, those are almost in their kind of their own category of game in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the size of this reset. I forget how I reset it.
Alright, I got a level 3 iron sledgehammer now. Yours should be done in a little while. What if I destroy these torches if they'll relight? Yeah, looks like they would if I decided to. Do we want a whole bunch of torches here? It does make the zombies spawn in more, though.
I don't really care for torches. I mean, it's bright enough already. It's
Yeah.
like when we had the house before in the other game, and you put in like a bunch of lights. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this place is like, it's like an airport or something. How bright it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm thirsty. Why is it? Okay, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Oh, I found sham chowder, apparently. 53 food and 80 health. +1 to fortitude. Cool. It grows chest hair. Nice. I'm sure that doesn't really apply in this game, but, you know, very, very
Maybe it
clever
does.
game.
Maybe you can take off your shirt and all of a sudden you have a bunch of hair under there. It's all. It's like a jungle.
And every last inch of me's covered with hair. Oh, God. Frickin' Gaston. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could answer that question though about the least favorite genre. I just don't think about it, to be quite honest.
Best joke you ever heard or said? I don't know. I don't really hear or say jokes anymore. Like, everyone just talks in memes now.
God, what a hellhole.
Yeah. Sounds like there's a wolf out here. Yep, there he is.
How do I get this to shut?
I'm gonna go get a
Read
drink real
this.
quick.
What's up? I think Mike said he was going to get a drink. I had to guess. Maybe you guys heard that better than me. So I was about to say something, and then I think he said something real quick. Did I just hear myself? What the hell? Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I unmuted the stream I had going here, so I started hearing myself talk. I'm like, wait, is that Mike just echoing my audio on me? Is that an oversized 7 days backpack in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me? That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out a command to change the block size of the land claim block, because I'm trying to do that so the zombies don't spawn in the base. I forget how I did that command last time. I think it's get options. So I need to see what the actual parameter is. I don't think that's it. Oh, this should probably work. Land claim size. Hopefully the language is correct.
Alright, I'm back. Were you talking about the HD remake?
Have I been talking about the HD remake of what?
Skyward Sword.
Did that work? No, I didn't. Why?
I just saw it popped up in the chat.
Alright, well that didn't work, I don't think. Oh,
But
yeah, I was telling Chad I was distracted because I was looking something up. Who said this? Oh. Fantron said, what do you guys say about the HD remake? Oh, that's actually a good question, Fantron. That was actually one of the other things I wanted to talk about last week, but then I didn't get a chance to. I saw some of this Skyward Sword remake, and I wasn't really impressed with it whatsoever. I haven't played it myself, but I saw some video of it on YouTube, like a Let's Play. And the graphics don't look like that much of an improvement at all. It's really quite disappointing.
Pretty much looks exactly like the game was before.
Yeah, they really didn't put any effort into it, it looked like. Like, the textures look awful, especially, I think now because it's in high definition and people are mostly playing on bigger screens now, the texture resolutions look so awful in that game. It really reminds me of like an N64 game with how bad it looks. And it's funny, too, because I never really liked Skyward Sword. I got the game, but I never played it much. And I always felt like the graphic style, like they tried to do a thing where they went back to Wind Waker, where they wanted a more artistic style versus the realism of Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
And I don't really mind them experimenting with artistic styles, because I like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and I like their art styles both, in their own different way. But even when Skyward Sword first came out, I wasn't a big fan of the art style, because it felt like it was kind of like a weird mishmash of realism and cartoonishness, and it didn't really do either well. And now seeing it with an HD remake or whatever you want to call it, it looks even worse, in my opinion. Yelling at the corporations, give us what we want. What is going on in the chat here? I don't know, what's your opinion on it, Mike? Have you seen any of it, or had any thoughts on it?
I haven't actually, like, I saw like a picture of like what the graphics were supposedly like, and I wasn't impressed. But
Yeah.
the thing I was really curious about was what they did with the controls, because I remember the controls were very iffy for me when I played it, and that's what pushed me away from it back when I played it.
Yeah, I hadn't really played it, to be honest. Like the first one either. I was very skeptical of how the controls would be, because it was a Wii game, almost a Switch. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, Mike's up to some mischief back there, it sounds like.
Oh, just
How do I get to
kill
the other thing?
wolf. It was trying to break a hole through our wall.
Of course it was. Frickin' asshole. I know there was another
Pretty
option to
good chunk
use.
of damage too.
Yeah, I love the Wind Waker art style too. And I felt like there was a lot of people trying to make false equivalent. I mean, I could see why they would try to draw an equivalency to it, but they're like, oh, if you don't like Wind Waker, not the other way around. If you don't like Skyward Sword's art style, then you probably thought the Wind Waker one was bad too. I'm like, no, it's not necessarily the case. I honestly feel it's just worse in general than pretty much any of the games. GG and GGS. Land claim size. Maybe I just have to do... Did that do it? No, I don't think that did it. Oh well, maybe I'll just have to not worry about that. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so let's see. Did I miss anything else? When's Mike not up to mischief? I don't know, Mike. You want to answer that one?
Oh god. Almost walked right into that bear.
Yeah, the bear's been a pain in the ass. It's probably going to be a pain in the ass during the Horde Night. I'm playing this on the bottom controls. I'm not really sure what that means exactly. Yeah, I'm not really sure. The bottom controls? Surprised that they work pretty well for motion control. Only complaint, I can't swing the sword rapidly. Yeah, can you clarify what that means to the bottom controls? I don't know what that means in terms of the Switch. So that's what you're talking about, right? The Switch?
Yeah.
So what would be the bottom controls?
Maybe it's like
Oh, he means
alternative
button controls. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I'm like, bottom control? Like, is there like a... I was trying to like imagine if there's like some other control scheme for the Switch, and I just couldn't guess what it was.
I had a feeling they would remove the motion controls and give an option for that because from what
Well,
I
didn't they have
remember
to?
from playing the game, I bet they did because
They don't
there
have the
is motion
same
controls
thing as the Switch,
on
the Wii. They had that stupid bar for the Wii, and they don't have that on the Switch.
yeah. I mean, the Joy-Cons could technically be used in the same way as like a Wiimote in a
Oh,
way,
yeah, I
I
guess.
guess. But even then, the major thing that I had problems with in Skyward Sword is swinging the sword horizontal, vertical, or, you know, in a diagonal fashion was impossible for me because with the bar, as you said, and all that, it was so inaccurate on where it thought you were aiming that you would try to do a horizontal slash, and for some reason he would do a vertical. And so you would take damage because like you were trying to fight an enemy that had like an electrified weapon, and so you'd collide your weapon with theirs, causing you to get, attacked.
Hey, Shadowcat, yeah, you did make it. Yeah, we haven't even had the Horde Night yet. It should be happening a little bit later. It'll be at the very end of the stream, looks like. But yeah, how you been doing, Shadowcat? We had just been discussing a little bit about Skyward Sword and the remake they had for that. It was actually really convenient because Fantron reminded me of that, and it was actually one of the things I was intending to talk about, but like I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the stream before most of you got here, I was like, yeah, I really don't really remember all the things I was intending to talk about last time, but luckily we got to them now.
You all right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of sneezing had to be done.
Okay.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing pretty well. It's always interesting coming back to this game, and I was actually talking to, well, I guess all you guys in general, a little bit earlier in the stream, and was mentioning how I had gotten some of the new DLCs, which most of them aren't really all that new anymore. What? Stupid jackass is talking to me in the game. I got the DLCs for the game City Skylines, and I might be streaming some more of that at some point. I know Mike just did a stream of it the other day, but I used to play a little bit of it too, a number of years ago. So I'll be kind of interested to check out that game again, see how it goes with the... Oh, this guy has the advanced billows. Okay, so I could buy it from this one. Wasn't I just... Okay,
Right.
maybe I lost it. Or I
Didn't
missed it.
you originally have the mods that made building roads easier before they actually incorporated it into the game?
Yeah, there's supposed to be some mods I downloaded which made you able to build at like different angles, and you're able to curve the roads a little bit easier and stuff like that, I believe.
Right. Because I remember in the base game before they started like
Oh yeah, it was awful.
bringing those over, you would try to curve a road and it looked like you would be killing your people trying to drive on it.
Yeah, it would just kind of curve it on its own, and a lot of times it would snap the road in a certain way and it wouldn't let you get the angle you actually wanted. It was really annoying the way it worked sometimes.
Well, good luck with that.
I voted for neither. Interesting. Yeah, hopefully it'll be okay.
Yeah, the drift controls mess it up. I believe that.
So, Fantron is saying that the right analog stick is used to swing your sword in the new game? That's weird. So you
Oh,
don't even swing
God.
your sword with another button, you have to use the stick to swing? Yeah, that sounds really dumb.
That sounds like a pain in the ass, yeah.
I don't know why they would do that. If I'm reading that correctly anyway. I could be misunderstanding. Alright, actually let's just kill this stupid zombie. And Shadowcat's currently working on the League of Legends event, which is based in canon lore of the main universe progressing, so that's super pog. I don't really say pog, so it sounds really awkward if I say that. But that is what Shadowcat said, so I was just reading out loud.
Yes. Hog indeed.
Are you actually working on... Is this like an official event that they're doing? And you're actually working on it? Because if so, that's pretty awesome. I don't know anything about League of Legends, so... I have no idea whatsoever. Maybe I'll go north. Because I haven't been north like that on that one road. Yeah, the Horde Knights are supposed to be easier still. We're on the second one of this world, so it shouldn't really be that much tougher than the first one. We'll have to see, though. Maybe it'll surprise us. Mike's been hard at work anyway, building some kind of a structure to help us survive it. So we'll assume that it's gonna work. And if not, then we'll blame him. It's just how it goes. You didn't mean that kind of working? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you meant exactly.
Oh.
That was a nice little drive down the road here. Even though the mountain's kind of silly, I do like having the mountain up here as kind of some scenery. I mean, I say that and I'm looking and it's not really the nicest thing to look at, but it's still pretty cool. I just have to point out, like, the textures in this game aren't all that varied either. Though, looking at the Skyward Sword game, the remaster, it really is weird because they didn't really improve those textures at all. Looks like it's probably the same ones they used in the original game. I know a lot of people do release those kind of lazy remasters, I guess you would say. I have to get off this.
Yeah.
But I thought Nintendo usually put some effort in theirs most of the time. And I remember seeing video footage of Twilight Princess Remastered, or whatever you want to call it. And that looked a lot better than this version of the remaster they made for Skyward Sword. So that's also kind of surprising. Like, even aside from the game itself being more of a realistic style, the graphics just look better in general. Like, it looks like the graphics are more updated, the textures look a lot sharper, even though it's not like a modern game by any standards. And that remaster is on the Wii U as well, so it's on an older system too, which is also kind of a what I would consider an embarrassment for modern Nintendo. Not really doing too well with this remake. But I really don't expect Nintendo to have any trouble selling copies of their games regardless, because people just seem to buy it, you know, without much of a hesitation. And the same goes for their new, the new Switch they're making, because I don't really expect that to fail as a system, just because everything else Nintendo sells tends to do well, with few exceptions.
Well, my thing for thinking that it'll still sell very well is because one thing I was hearing about, you know, the Switch right now is people were bitching a lot about not being able to find them. Like, they were having a very hard time buying new ones because, you know, they... What was
Hey,
it,
Blue
like,
the
for lack of
Velociraptor,
a better
how's it
word,
going?
they, like, canceled the other ones because they, you know...
Yeah, they're
after
very
they
hard to
found
buy.
out about that... Yeah, after they found out about that hack, they were like, oh, well, we gotta, you know, cancel all of them and, you know, start working on a new one. And that's probably why they became so difficult to purchase and stuff. So, as is usually the case when that happens, people were taking advantage of people who wanted them. And you had to, like, dig through all of those dickheads that think that it's, you know, worth gold instead of what it is. Yeah. And
Yeah. Oh, Shadowcat, I'm not sure if someone said this, or if it was from what I said earlier. Skyward Sword was remastered on the Wii U originally. I don't know if they're making another one for the Switch or what. Oh, let me just get off this. But, oh, God damn it. Come back here. But yeah, the remaster they made, at least in the past, was on the Wii U, so they might have one for the Switch as well at some point. But the one on the Wii U looked pretty good, which is kind of funny.
oh, I don't know if we've talked about it yet, but have you seen the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer yet?
Is it the one that was, like, old? As in it came out years ago? So I do remember seeing
I don't
one a
know.
while ago.
I don't know if it came out years ago, but
It's like a year or two, I would say. If it's the first one I'm thinking of.
I just saw one recently.
They might have had a new one, I don't really know.
And yeah, and in the one I saw, they have references to Skyward Sword in it and stuff. And one of the things is basically Hyrule Castle gets lifted up into the sky, and it shows the princess fall into a like opening, like fissure in the ground and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great way to make the game. Show her basically dying right away.
No, they have to be dramatic. That's how they do it.
Yeah,
Oh, so there was a new trailer that came out last month, according to Fantron. So there you go. And I trust that to be accurate. How long will the stream be? I'm actually not too sure because what's the game speed on? It seems to be taking forever to get to the Horde Night. It's only 9:52 in the day. So are we even gonna get to the Horde Night, Mike? What do you think? I don't know how long you want to stream for.
I don't know. I mean, we usually stop in about what, 20 minutes your time? Like, cause that'll
Yeah,
be
roughly
12
like a
your
little
time?
bit after midnight. That's when you usually want to get off.
Yeah. And it's just now 10, so that means I don't know.
Yeah, I did trick out the hammer a bit, Shadowcat. That's true.
I mean,
Well, it's
gotta
on
do
you,
that.
Mike,
You got-
because obviously you're the one that has to wake up early in the morning. For me, it doesn't really matter too much.
True, true. I mean, we could be like those YouTubers and be like, oh, sorry, we have to cliffhang it right here.
I mean, that's already happened before, once or twice, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Space is kind of cool. It's a little military base.
Yeah.
We're saying yeah like you saw what I was looking at, Mike? Are you stream sniping?
No, I'm just saying I saw a base at the same time, and I was like, yeah, this one does look pretty cool, too.
Imagine if we actually were sharing the same one. No, you're nowhere near me, okay. Wait, Mike, you're by our base. Did you just see our base and complimented it?
No, I saw the big military, like, nuclear power plant base thing next to our base.
Yeah, it's an awesome hammer, isn't it? Wow, this is a huge ravine. It'd be kind of cool to build a bridge across it. That would take forever.
To light the hammer.
Yeah, that's what I bought. That's what I have on it. It's actually kind of where I was at one point. Somehow I found myself on the opposite side.
And if we were like the YouTuber I watched, we would make an innuendo about that.
Mike, what kind of YouTubers are you watching?
Oh, Glock 9. That's the one I'm talking about.
And what kind of jokes does he usually make?
He's like, I woke up this morning, got some morning wood because he cuts down some trees, and then I put my burning shaft on my hammer and headed out to kill some zombies.
I don't see anything wrong with that whatsoever.
And then he said that apparently he got a comment from it afterwards, and it said, you might want to get that checked out because that sounds like a real medical problem.
You. Soaked in the enemy's blood. Yeah, that's what we did. We soaked it in their blood. I like that better. Now we're gonna go all the way downhill on the bike now.
That's how it would work.
Yeah, the melee weapons you use should be pretty bloodied in this game, if you want to be more realistic. With how many enemies you slaughter.
One thing I do have to admit, though, is the iron tools you make and stuff. I love how rusty they look. I mean, I guess that would make sense, but it is kind of funny looking at it.
My shaft is burning to get that looked at by a doctor.
Yeah. I think if you're taking apart like a complete car, you know, that you can still search,
Oh shit.
you should have a chance to find a tire from it.
Oh, what the hell? Did I do that? I crashed into a fence, and then this radio tower nearby started collapsing.
Oh no.
That was really weird. There's only some of it.
I wish I was stream sniping. That'd be fun to watch.
Shadowcat asked a decent question, saying, by the way, are you two still interested in playing with guests, like with Callie? Speaking of Callie, hope the game started working for her. 7 days is oddly intensive to run, lol. Yeah, well, I would say I'm interested in playing the game with more people, but as is the case with Callie, not everyone can play the game because of some of the demands that it has. So, I don't really see that changing anytime soon in regards with Callie. I did send her a message at one point about getting her upgrades for her computer, but I kind of feel like she wasn't really interested in playing the game much after that first couple of times we tried to play it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she'll change her mind in the future, but so far I haven't really heard back from her on that. Though, obviously, if anyone else wants to play, they're more than welcome to join in. At least, you know, most of the people here on the chat right now that I'm kind of familiar with. I don't think I'd pretty much just let someone randomly show up on YouTube and join in, but for most of you guys who have known quite well over the years, yeah, I would let you guys join in. If you happen to have a copy of the game that runs and you don't mind joining in. And potentially being on the stream, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she got a refund because, well, actually, if I remember correctly, it was either me or Mike that gifted her a copy of the game in the first place. And
Yeah.
it was quite a while ago. So I don't think she'd be able to get a refund on that. Was it you or me, Mike? I don't even remember.
I think it might have been. Actually, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, goodness,
Because
we both have awesome memories.
if it wasn't me, I think she said something about like one of her friends got it for her. If it wasn't me, because
Well, do any of
remember
our
her
other
saying
friends aside from me and you play this game?
not
That's
off
why I
the
felt like it
top
was
of
either
my head, then.
one or the two of us.
Yeah.
I know I had a bunch of copies of this game, and I gave some to a few people, but I don't remember if she was one of them or if that was you who eventually got her a copy of it.
Yeah, hard to say. I don't remember anymore.
Well, I'm just going to take the credit for it then. I gave her a copy of the game. There we go.
Okay, fine.
It probably was me, because I remember I had like 3 or 4 copies of the game. Oh, I think it did take effect now. Yeah, now the circle around the base is a lot bigger than before. Actually, it's significantly bigger than I wanted it, but I guess that works. Did you kill the bear? Because I don't see the bear here anymore.
No, I have despawned.
Hopefully. Whoa! Well, I had that floating bike glitch once again.
Oh yeah.
16 gigabytes minimum to play 7 days, and 32 would be better for streaming while playing on a server and multiplayer. I forget how many gigabytes she had. It may have only been 8, so that could have been like one of the problems. I don't think she had a lot on her computer. Yeah, you have 8 as well, Shadowcat. Then it probably would struggle like hers did. It was weird because it would work sometimes, but then after like a few minutes, she said she was having like a bunch of trouble with certain things not really running correctly. Oh, it's on sale for $9. Oh, it's on sale for $9 often. Yeah, it usually does go on sale pretty often. that is sad. Sounds like there's a lot of people that same issue with the game. And I have seen people post about this game on. Oh, let me put this away. I've seen people post on various things, Steam and on the 7 Days to Die forums about how the game has issues running. And a lot of people do seem to ask for if the game can have even lower setting options for people to play it. But it seems like the developers aren't really interested in that at this point. Because it's been something they've been requesting for a while, and it seems like with the updates they do, the game only gets more intense to run.
Yeah.
The only good thing, though, is at this point in time, those specs are becoming pretty common on PCs. The biggest trouble, though, is that it still is hard to find a lot of options for buying a computer at this point in time. Now, that might change in the next few months, where there will be more of a supply to buy from. And that could probably help people, because a lot of the computers I see at this point are pretty much like 16 gigabytes at a minimum. And that's even on laptops.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of actually being able to find one when it's available for sale.
Oh, there's the bear.
Oh, you found him?
Mm-hmm.
Good old Smokey. Yeah, that's what it seems to be, what people say in the comments anyway. In the comments of the threads on the Steam discussions and stuff like that. They say, oh, there's a new version of the game out, and now I can't run it anymore. It's like, well, that's great. I get that they want to keep the game up to date with the latest versions of, I think it's Unreal Engine or whatever it may be. I think it is Unreal. Or is it Unity? I always forget which of the two it is, but one of those two. And those tend to update, I guess, a few times every year. And so I guess they want to update the game itself every so often as well to keep it... Are you shooting the bear or are you shooting something else?
No, I was trying to shoot these dogs.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, you're brave for taking that thing on. So I get that they want to keep it updated with the latest improvements that they put on the system, but it does seem like it's a... They probably should be spending more time trying to optimize the game, and I think they've even said that they're not going to bother optimizing the game until they release the final version of it. Or not the final version of the game itself, but the, I guess it would be like the release candidate for the game. Like when they're gonna stop adding features to the game, essentially. It'd be only after then that they would start optimizing the game for computers. Oh, you did fight the bear in the end?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, good job. Oh, so this is the structure you built, huh? Pretty cool. Oh, USD would be US dollars. Oh, you're asking that amounts in USD. I see. Aw. Good little Doge. Even Minecraft became too complex for your computer? Yeah, I know they've been updating Minecraft as well. I wish I could see it. Oh well. I wonder if I should try to email them again. Have they ever finished that, Mike? Because I remember you mentioning that they were changing the version of Minecraft yet again to be like a Microsoft account or whatever the hell it needed.
Oh, I haven't heard any news on it.
Hope I pissed off a dog. Look out, Mike.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
Nice. Alright, so it's exactly 11 o'clock. What do you... Well, my time. What do you think?
And that's on you entirely, Mike. You know it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, what time is it in the game? It's still 15 about. So
yeah, a little ways away.
So it'd probably take a while still if we even get to the Horde Night, because it's, you know,
yeah,
that's another 6 hours or so.
I know for a fact if I stay up to 12 my time, then it definitely starts to weigh on me the next day. I'm gonna grab this cobblestone rocks that I made, just so I have that.
Yeah, alright guys, so it sounds like we're probably going to rain check this one and actually end up saving this for the next stream, just because of how late it seems to be going. I might also have to check up on the settings of the game, because it does feel like it takes a long time for the time to pass in this. Like, it might even be longer than it was in the other game. I don't know if I changed the settings for that or something. Yeah, he's a time zone over, so it's only 11 for him. But even then, he still has to wake up early for his shift.
Yeah. There we go, I repaired the wall.
Alright. So we'll let Mike come in here. I'll shut this thing off so we can wait for next time. Alright. And, yeah, we'll sign this one out. Yeah, it's a much different time over in Oregon. It's only, 9 o'clock for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If that was the case, we'd be able to stream for another couple of hours, but oh well.
Mm-hmm.
So you have any final words before we sign off, Mike?
Just that there is a little bit of work I want to do on the horde base, but it should be like more or less complete if we don't get it all done. But I think it'll work out. I mean, we did this one before, and the only thing that came close to being a problem was them swarming it and then kind of slamming the columns a little bit. But worst case scenario, we can always try to outrun them, and that has been something we've proven is possible. So
Yeah, I mean, if it gets too bad, we can always retreat to the base, which is right nearby. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I don't know how good that would go because the enemies could spawn in the base technically, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shadowcat. Was it Shadowcat? Who asked about it? I missed who said it. Oh, Phantom said, what about the poll? Well, I guess I'll have to make another poll next time, too. So, we're not going to find out until next week what actually happens, assuming we stream next week, that is. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming out to the stream and watching. I definitely appreciate your company for another stream. I'm glad you guys had fun. Let's see. Doxing? Oh, I didn't do any doxing. Come on now. Let's not get into dirty accusations like that. Shadowcat. But yeah, I think that is everything. Unless anyone else in the comments has any final comments to make. I wish you all a farewell and a good night, as always.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Take care, Mike.
Thank you.